Hi everyone, hope you're well. This is CoinsKid, just going to dive into XRP. Once again, thank you for your continued support, okay? Really do appreciate it. Big thumbs up to each and every one of you. Hope you had a really good weekend, and hopefully we have a really fruitful week now. And remember, in May, selling go away. In June, the boom will resume, and in July, we will fly. And hopefully, you know, if we don't get a massive correction or rollover, or XRP falls down to those targets that are down there that I've shown you, then hopefully we can retain this sort of recovery that we've got on the go for XRP. I'm not going to say it's going to go to the moon or these price predictions immediately. And once again, I just want to apologise about the noise on the video. If you can hear it, the background noise, there's some construction going on where I am at the moment, so I do apologise. But yeah, it's doing relatively well, isn't it? You know, you can't look at this and think, oh, it's in a bear market, it's bearish, it's going to zero, like a lot of people say. It's just making progress, obviously. And you know, the more you zoom out, the more you see. And patience, like I said to you yesterday, just have patience, okay? Have patience, 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 patience. You know, because immediately you can see that XRP is beginning to look a lot like this structure here. When we went up with the ABC correction right there that I've told you about, it adhered to the 20, okay? Do you see that on a weekly time frame? It's making these higher lows and these lower highs, and effectively creating one big massive bull pennant like this. Do you see this? So it took its time, but it created a sort of bull pennant, and obviously when it broke out, you can see it went out and absolutely melted faces, didn't it? You know, and that huge blow off top. And this is what I'm expecting for XRP. Hopefully, I'll be frank though, hopefully I don't want this. I don't want that big blow off top, because you can see what comes after this sort of big euphoric blow off top like that. I want sort of nice steady growth here for XRP, where we can take these legs up, because with that, this is where you can see the explosion to these price predictions up here from CoinsKid, okay? So we just need to creep along slowly and have a nice organic progressive growth here for XRP. But if we do get that, so be it. It is what it is and we can't help it, okay? But you can see it's doing relatively well at the moment. We have got the close above the 0618 on the weekly. We've not only done that, we've also closed above the weekly 20 EMA. So that, in my opinion, is bullish, because when you're above the EMAs, you're in an uptrend. When you're between them, like Bitcoin is right now, you're consolidating. When you're below the 50 especially, and you start dragging the 20 over your shoulder right there, that's bear market material. That's your sell and go to the beach signal just here from CoinsKid, okay? When you're losing market structure, at the moment the market structure is still intact for XRP and a lot of crypto. So who knows, eventually down the line we may form some kind of little bull flag here. You know, you continue to make these high lows, and if you start to get up here and start to hit your head, okay, and you're wondering why, and you're doing something like this, you're making progress, and you're coming back and forth like this, and you don't know why, because you're tightening up for a breakout, aren't you? And from there you could see where XRP could absolutely go on and break out eventually up to its previous all-time high and some. For XRP, do you see that? So watch this space. Who knows? Who knows? But so far so good. It's holding relatively well, and hopefully we don't roll over and we don't go deeper and down to those price predictions that we do have in there if we continue to roll over right here for XRP. Because I'm going to jump into the 8-hourly time frame right now to show you, okay? So at the moment on the 8-hourly time frame, you can see, like yesterday, we broke out of that triangle, didn't we? Personally, I don't like them triangles. I'll be honest with you, I don't like them at the moment. I think that crypto's entering a level of consolidation. If you want to catch the Bitcoin video, I just feel, I know you shouldn't feel, but I just feel like there's some sort of consolidation at play here at the moment. Unless, obviously, you know, you lose support, go short, and you break resistance, go long. And it is really that simple at the moment. So I'm seeing a lot of triangles and a lot of horizontals being drawn, but for me, you know, the wicks are throwing it out the game at the moment for me, and you can keep changing the lines, okay? Look, so right now we're still in a triangle. Yesterday we wasn't. It depends. You can just keep moving it. Look, so if you do that and XRP does something like that, then you can keep moving your triangle again, you know. And where are you? So effectively at the moment, until we see the break, the loss of support or the loss of resistance, we're caught between a rock and a hard place. But there's one thing we do need to see, and obviously I've made you fully aware, you do need to see starts breaking the EMAs, especially on the 8-hour. Okay, because if you do start breaking those EMAs, that's when you're going to see yourself come up. Okay, so do keep an eye on the EMAs on the 8-hourly time frame right here for XRP. If you do start to see it break, fantastic. But again, if you start to see it hits its head, it will force you down to retest this level right here. And once you lose that support, remember, lose support, go short. This is where you would be looking at that for XRP. So at the minute, there's not much to say. I'm going to zoom in on the hourly time frame, see if we can see any trades, okay? But at the moment, you can see you're hitting your head, and if you continue to do that, it's going to force you down, isn't it, into a test of support. So that's basically 8 hour. So what I'm going to do is jump into the hourly time frame, see if we can see anything particular. Okay, I'm going to show you these. So this is a bit of a bull flag just here. Do you see this? So basically it went up, basically it broke out up here and it went through resistance, back testing support, started to fall back on itself, and then it broke out again. Do you see that? And it has a breakout target from there, and I'll show you that target right now. Okay, so you can see that when it broke out, it's absolutely met the target. Do you see that? Boom, target met before it started to come back. So that was beautiful, beautiful. And this is the hourly time frame. Okay, so right now you've formed another little bull flag. Do you see that? You've gone up and you've come back to support just there, and you are beginning to break out again. So from there to there, you've got a bit of a breakout. So from there to there is your flagpole. Okay, and you can see XRP is beginning to break out already of that bull flag, just like it did here. Came down, started to break down, back testing, hold support, moved on. So you could be looking at a 90-cent XRP token. Okay, let's drop that in there. So right from there at the moment, that is a further 3.94% appreciation for XRP. Now what I'm going to do is drop the fibs on this as well to see how that ties up. So we've got from the bottom there to there the impulsive, and you can see it pretty much ties up with the Fibonacci. Oh, it's bang on. So it's, yeah, so it's looking relatively healthy for continuation right here, because this is what this has done. This is impulsive wave up, corrective wave down, and now you're beginning to form a new impulsive wave up. Okay, and hopefully by the time you watch this video, because it's a little bit delayed obviously, over the next sort of day we might be looking at a bit more upside for XRP, and this would be relatively healthy, won't it? And if we can get back up to these levels here, this 103, and start to tackle that, we could be looking at a reversal here, and hopefully break out of those EMAs on the 8-hourly time frame as well, and start to tackle some upside for XRP. But yeah, so far so good. It's looking relatively healthy, nice bit of continuation and a bit of upside for XRP just here. Now is this an inverse head and shoulders? Okay, so let's look at this. You've got this sort of level here right now. Is this an inverse head and shoulders? I would say no. The right shoulder's too weak, but potentially if it was, did start to see and come this back down, and actually didn't fail to break out here and did start to come back down. If it did something like this and broke this level of resistance down here, this way you can see this inverse head and shoulders play out, and the target would be, the technical target would be up to the resistance line right there. Do you see that? Even if it broke out here actually, because you are beginning to break there, you've come back down, you've hit the resistance. Now if you did start to break out here, okay, this could be a bit of a weak right shoulder, okay, which is good, because effectively what it is, you've made a low, you've made a lower low, and then you're making a higher low, so you're reversing the trend, okay, and it's basically an inverse head and shoulders. Do you see that on the hourly time frame? So yeah, do anticipate that, but the right shoulder's a little bit weak for me at the moment. Okay, you do want to see a bit of a bigger right shoulder, so to speak. So if you do start to see XRP break down again here, potentially it might form a bit of a right shoulder. Okay, so do anticipate this. This is a technical target now out of this bull flag. Do you see it? Bull flag. Do you see that? Come up the flagpole, coming back on itself, bounced off to 20, bounced off support, which is great. You want to see that. Now it's starting to continue, okay, in the bull flag, and also not only that, and the next impulsive wave based off Fibonacci, you know, it sort of ties up as well. Look at that, perfect, boom, bang on. So if you can start and see XRP break this level now of resistance, this is what you'll be looking at, okay? And obviously if we can get through that, you have got a continuation of this inverse head and shoulders, but it's not very pretty, but it is a kind of inverse head and shoulders. You've got the resistance neckline, you've got your left shoulder, your head, and at the moment that's a bit of a weak right shoulder. So obviously if it does break, beautiful. If it doesn't and starts to come back down and starts to come back to this trend line, then do anticipate the break, because like I've shown you, your target is 105 up there off that neckline. Okay, so that's basically XRP. If it was to go on from here and tackle that level of resistance up there at 105, then I would anticipate that you're looking at a nice 10% upside for XRP, which would be golden, wouldn't it? So yeah, take care everyone. Hopefully we'll get a nice bit of upside for XRP, and it breaks through them EMAs on the 8-hourly time frame. It's so important that we don't keep sort of hitting our head on them, because like I said to you, it's going to force you down. Okay, keep an eye on this. This is some nice little structure that XRP's got going on the hourly here, because you've got the lower lows, the lower lows. Do you see this? But you've reversed it. If you continue to do this, you're making the higher lows. Do you see that? Okay, so it's important. Take care everyone. Back tomorrow. Bye bye.